Era- Hola. Toma. ¿Aló? 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 Parece que funciona. Ajá. Estamos sin cámara, pero funciona eso. Y continuar. Vamos a hacer solamente una horita de entrenamiento hoy. Tax. Training. ¡Ah! What the fuck? ¿Qué pasó? Mentira que se me borró la... ¿Se me borró la partida? Bueno, no sería gracioso. No, de nuevo. Ya, agüita, ¿dónde está mi agüita? Si no, mala suerte, ¿no? Po. Bueno, vamos a hacer entrenamiento de montaña. Vamos a hacerlo una hora nomás porque estoy atrasado. Asociado a un contenido de juego que ya no está instalado. What the fuck? Auto guardado. ¿Qué está pasando? ¿Qué pasó? A ver, ahí está. Ya, últimas 2 semanas. ¿Lo puedo actualizar de alguna forma? Actividad, configuración, administrar, desarrollador, eliminar dispositivos, propiedades. Contenido descargable. Está todo listo. ¿Qué está sucediendo aquí? Vamos a ver algunas opciones. A explicar. Vamos a ver. Parece que... ¿Cómo se llama? Puede ser por la instalación de Steam. Puede ser. Ah, ahí está, po. Ahí está actualizando Mass Effect. Me había asustado bastante, la verdad. Ah, yo quiero ese. Es Attorney. Yo creo que las únicas novelas visuales que me gustan son esas, las de Phoenix Wright. ¿Cómo se llama esto? Uf, parece que se pegó. 60. Sin conexión. Ah, el internet está fallando. Aló, aló, aló. Aló, aló, aló. Ya, descarga completada. Veamos. Lanzadores. Ya, picón. Teclado la pantalla. Ah, perfecto. ¿Lo lanzó, no? Sí. Ahí viene, a ver. Ahí está. EA. Viewer. Frostbite. ¿Sacó una actualización ahora? Buena. Bueno, tienen que compilar todos los shaders nuevos. Tenemos que ir a hablar con Lexi, parece ahora. Necesito dinerito para comprarme esa escopeta. Y el traje de Eleus.
Ryder, when you've got a minute, stop by the medbay.
Nice place you found.
Clean air, plants, helps me think.
Something on your mind?
Maybe.
What the hell was that?
I know that look. It's just my biotics reacting to all this. I don't normally lose it like that. A huntress should have better control.
Huntress?
Another term for an Asari commando. I was one, before the initiative. Some things stick, though. Like losing the old man.
Cuéntanos sobre el
How does a human soldier get to serve with Asari?
Prove your biotics can rip an APC apart, and people get nervous. Funny that. The Alliance found me a cross-species military initiative in a hurry. Sent me to
Interracial.
Thessia to serve with the Huntress unit. One of the few places where my powers were welcomed. Your father made another one.
You were his second in command. Were you friends, too?
He was more a mentor than a friend. Prickly old bastard. But I respected that. People treat geniuses like they're made of cut glass. I didn't care how smart he was. I think he liked someone not caring.
There's a lot of loss going around. Dad, the Golden Worlds.
A friend and mentor who trained you to be a Pathfinder. I said I wouldn't get in the way. And I meant it. But I prepped for years as your father's second. Then he chooses you? An untrained Pathfinder and all this mess to fix? The hell was he thinking?
Sí, pues igual es raro.
Is this going to be a problem, Cora?
I don't want a rival. Just answers. It's done. Best I can do now is be your second. Keep your father's mission alive. Then maybe we'll all get what we came out here for.
¡Ey!
So what brought you out to Andromeda?
Biotics like this. Thinking like an Asari huntress. I never had a place. Best I could be was a useful freak. The initiative was meant to be different. Will be different if this mission succeeds. So I'm seeing it through. It's quiet in here. I can keep the plants watered while I work. First job, see if there's any news on the Asari Ark. If they made it, we could use some Asari expertise. If you want to talk, I'll be here.
Gracias.
Ryder?
Did you come out here with anyone? Maybe someone you served with?
I had my fun on shore leave. Nothing serious, though. Asari huntresses figure things out, but I was there for soldiering, not romance.
Does that mean fraternization is okay for Asari commandos?
It'll happen, but usually only for one deployment. Asari don't usually stay with each other long term. After your 500th birthday, you learn some self-control.
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
The Lucinia? Checking every comm that's coming in. Nothing concrete yet.
You were in the Alliance before you became a huntress, right? What made you join up?
My biotics. I was still living on my parents' cargo freighter when they manifested. Untrained biotic power on a starship means accidents. But we couldn't afford a tutor. The Alliance had implants, the training, everything. Old history now. Your turn. Remind me why you came to Andromeda.
I spent years watching pioneers go through the Arcturus mass relays. Off to glory, while I stayed behind. Then Dad's career collapsed. His AI research made him too toxic.
I heard. Must have changed everything for your family.
It was time to forge my story and my horizons, and to give Sarah a shot at making the discovery of a lifetime. So, Andromeda.
None of you writers ever think small, do you?
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
I'll be here. Centro médico, ¿dónde estará? ¿Qué hay aquí? ¿Nadie? Nadie. ¿Y esto qué era? No me acuerdo.
Hey, I'm in storage if you need me.
¿Qué te pasa?
Pathfinder making the rounds. Slumming it, huh? Want to see how the riffraff are making out?
Hey, it's a dirty job. Are you the riffraff spokesman?
King, actually. You might want to bow. Otherwise, no telling what might fall off the Nomad when you're out there.
I'll take my chances. Just want to see how things are going with the ship.
I can coax more out of this baby than some might think, but we shouldn't go too far or push too hard between Nexus stops. For now. It just
Okay,
feels
Nexus.
good to be stretching our wings, you know? Locked in idle too long, you start to drift. People, same as ships. Stuck on the Nexus, gotta say, I was regretting joining the initiative.
Seems like life back there was pretty bleak.
Not gonna lie, it sucked. I tend
Suck.
to live the way I work. Kind of feel it, do it. Not a lot of close ties, no real sense of purpose. Figured maybe I'd find my true calling in Andromeda. Then I got here and, oops, I just made a decision there's no turning back from. I was going nuts on that station. You can't know how jazzed I was when you showed up.
Ay, miércoles.
We're exploring this cluster, eventually the galaxy. If your purpose is here, we'll find it.
Then the question will be, what will
Ya
I do
teníamos dos
with it?
opciones de romance ya.
In the
La Cora y el
meantime,
Gil.
you just keep pointing this ship wherever you want it to go, and I'll make sure she can get there. Deal?
Deal.
Tío. Nada más que decirnos Gil.
Long time no chat. What's up?
I hear we have you to thank for getting the Tempest space ready so quickly.
Vetra brings her impossible feats to me. I was itching to get this particular call. Capital R ready. Don't tell her, but the truth is, I fudge reports to come in early, then bust ass in secret to make up for it. Expands the guild legend. Plus, I convey calm and assurance, and the whole team relaxes, which helps them do their jobs better.
What's your social circle like?
I'm good for a laugh, so I know lots of people, but I don't let too many in. My one true friend is stationed on the Nexus. She's the only piece of the Milky Way I brought with me. The more you and I get to know each other, the more you'll probably hear about her.
How tough was it on the Nexus all those months?
Have you ever eaten overcooked space cow tongue?
Hasn't everyone?
Well, then you know. It's super tough. Wondering if you're gonna die from a critical malfunction? Or maybe starvation? Imagining which would be worse? But hey, you could always take a break from the fear and boredom to dwell on being a part of the biggest failure in galactic history. Maybe even participate in a revolt.
What was your take on that?
I didn't place any bets, if that's what you're asking. Truth is, I don't think anyone made out particularly well. Whatever side you're on, you die a little when your brother, your teammate, becomes an enemy.
Ah,
We
en todo
traveled
caso.
all this way, all hope and wonder, and we end up fighting with each other over scraps. It's sad.
Seems like we have a good group here.
Well, Vetra and Suvi are my girls. Get along well, lots of mutual respect.
Petra y Subi.
PB's a real spark
también
plug.
son opciones
I
de-
like her, but
y
she's
PB, debajo.
exhausting. And Drax's my kind of guy. Brash, takes no shit. As far as your Hyperion peeps go, the Doc's kind of nosy. Liam's good for a laugh or two. Cora, she's a bit by the book for me.
Need somebody to keep the zoo in check.
Zoo? You calling me an animal rider? Ooh, can I be a mongoose? They're like cool cobra killers. No, wait, how about a crow? Smart, irreverent, obnoxious. That's it.
I'll take your word for it. What about Callow?
He's a pilot.
Which means...
He flies the ship.
we're leaving it at that then?
Does a Pathfinder know what to do with a dead end?
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Ya, hablamos con el Gil. Aquí no hay nada más, nada más. Tenemos el ascensor. De allá veníamos. Veamos quién está acá abajo. ¿Qué tenemos por acá? Apuesto que no encontramos atraca aquí. Ah, no.
Pathfinder,
Yeah.
help me with something? I know, not exactly standard. Gotta make the space comfortable. Plus, the fabric diffuses the charge from an overclocked Omni blade. Not giving up a 6% boost, right?
Right. What?
Never mind. BS for the requisition. So, finally time for that beer? And after 2 years and a dozen suspensions, I took a lateral promotion out of the force. Being a cop just didn't fit. But crisis response? Digging people out of trouble? That worked. I bet Hustle followed you into a few peace actions. Think about your Alliance days much?
Tell me about your group.
Heavy urban search terrain 1?
Búsqueda de
Earth's
tareas.
contribution to a multi-species disaster response unit. HUST-1, but hustle looks much better on the patch. All civilians, retired vets, or shits like me. I was fiercely bearded. Tastes better just thinking about those days.
I wanted adventure and mystery at the edge of known space. There was so much to see. Seems like a long time ago.
600 years, give
Yeah.
or take. So, Pathfinder. Why Andromeda?
That blunt, huh?
That blunt.
I hoped my Alliance career would lead to adventure, exploring, hunting dangers in the dark.
Hunting
Didn't happen.
dangers.
Couldn't. But here, everything's new. And I want to see it all.
I don't hear idealist a lot. Everyone's cynical.
Back at you, Costa. Why'd you come?
I want to say I'm running from my past, but really running from myself. That'd be a great story. But it's
Todos los de
bullshit.
la nave parece que son romances.
I had family, friends, a good enough job, nothing was wrong. I just heard about the initiative and I believed in it. I believed in a new beginning. Still do. I have to. We're in it.
If it all goes wrong, it could feel like we left for no reason.
I know why I'm here. A bad
Bueno, que los
start
demás
can't
están todos
change
muertos,
that.
sí, ya
I
pasaron
won't let it.
600 años.
In crisis response, I'd focus on
Todos sus
essentials.
familiares
That's you
deben
and
haber
this team.
muerto.
Pathfinder leads to planets, leads to people. You've got your part covered, you got this. I'll do my damnedest to help with the rest.
Ya. ¿Algo más que decir, Liam?
Prodromos. Prodromos. Sounds good, doesn't it? We started Pathfinder. A new life. That is goddamn brilliant.
Oye, pero es muy... Muy evidente la cuestión.
Just wondering what you think of how I'm doing at the job.
I'm committed to the initiative. You're Pathfinder. It's as simple as it
Toma.
gets.
Ya, adiós. No
We'll
te quiero
talk
conocer
later.
más, Liam. Lo siento.
I know it.
Pasa mucho de... Necesito esa tecnología. Head. Head parece que era. Ascensor. Para sacar la... ¿Cómo se llama? La armadura. Me interesó esa armadura. ¿Hay alguien aquí? Hola.
Most of the crew bunks in here.
Ahí está.
Cozy, huh? But your room's got more of a view.
¿Qué es esto? Import. Esta noche. ¿Quién había sido este? Calo. Creo que perdió taza de café. Es mía. ¿Quién me ayuda a trasladar el sofá? Este era el Liam. Bienvenido a tu nuevo info board. Enhorabuena, pionero. Ha instalado bla bla bla. A partir de ahora tu personalidad y tú podrás informar acerca de los últimos acontecimientos de la borda de la Tempest. Vale, he configurado las cuentas de usuarios. Podemos escribir lo que queramos. Todo lo que quieras que vea el resto de la tripulación. Aunque deshabilitar la inclusión de imágenes. Buena oportunidad. Crack y Pibi están en el equipo oficialmente. He terminado con el papeleo y las asignaciones para el Nexus. He tenido que recordar un par de detalles, pero oficialmente los dos ya son miembros del equipo pionero. Y Drac. Solo quería comprobarlo en público. Lo que te dije. ¿What? Tranquila, Harper. El mejor cabezazo siempre es que no ves venir. Ya. Bien. Me cansa leer. Aquí esto es para subir. ¡Ah! ¡No subas! ¡Pendejo! Hay algo acá abajo. ¿Qué hay aquí?
These are the Pathfinder's quarters.
Camarote del
Your
pionero.
quarters. Sam's router is down there too.
Buena. Personalización de ropa, armadura. Perfecto, muy bien. ¿Quieres seguir algo de entrega especial? Terminal de correo. Payak. Para Raider de Eric. Pionero, qué maravilla conocerte. Nos ayudarías con un experimento en el Nexo interesante, un payo joven. Mono espacial. Ya, este es en estado desde el 1. Ya, perfecto, darle de comer. ¿La puedo tomar? Aceptar. Ya. Doctora Aridana. Disculpa la molestia, tengo un problema seguro. Sammy, tú puedes resolver enseguida. Investigaciones sobre el miasma. Podemos hablar en personas en el laboratorio. Perfecto, entrevista. Soy una realizadora de vídeo independiente. Me vendría muy bien. Me ayudarás con mi último proyecto. Kerry Divisa. Vamos a ver, ¿de qué trata ese tipo? Se dolió por su muerte. Ellos estarán formando una familia, pondrán génitos ya. Mi esperanza es ser acompañado de tu equipo. Recordatorio. No olvides dedicarte algo de tiempo. No faltar la pena, el miedo, bla bla bla. Ahora, las plantas van bien. Sam y yo estamos aprendiendo botánica. Me noto todavía huele como esa cámara. Allá abajo vimos muchas cosas raras. Como dirían mis manuales de cazador, el filo que hay entre lo conocido y lo desconocido te enseña lo que puede cortarse. Ahora que lo pienso, me recuerda un poco a algunos templos de Tesia. Ya, perfecto, gracias, Cora. Mejora de la Tempest. Necesitar de agua caliente y ducha. Este es el Calo, me está sugiriendo mejora. Disfrútalo, no se cuenta a nadie. El Liam, orgullo de estar aquí. De materiales audiovisuales, temáticos, fronteras. Petra me contó acerca de lo que pasó con tu padre, con los años. Yo perdido mucha gente cercana y se me ocurrió que te vendría bien algo que te animara. Ya. Imágenes de fusiles, escopetas. Posturas de yoga, la Lexi. Las con Lexi. Dejar de gran impacto con tu rutina de ejercicio. Recomiendo dedicar 5 o 10 minutos a realizar estiramientos para ir tus caderas. Arco de Curit. Abrazo de Tabura. Postura de matriarca. Avísame si necesitas diagramas o bit. Núcleo de datos, la viví. Núcleo de datos de la habitación, es decir, la cápsula de salvamento. Supongo que es verdad que me gusta meditar las cosas antes de acostarme. Las mejores ideas ocurren cuando estoy en medio dormida. Además, yo lo vi primero. En todo caso, sabemos seguro que parte de una clase de datos. El truco está cómo acceder a ellos. Te mantener informado. Lexi, otra vez. Dinamita 7. Peña de fractura. Ya, perfecto. Si quieres controlar el proceso de curación, disponemos de equipos para realizar reconstrucción facial en la enfermería de la Tempex. Al fin y al cabo, explorar entornos hostiles acaba pasando factura. Ya, vamos. Estamos, leímos correo completo. Muy bien. Y esto es... A ver. ¿Nos dieron cosas? ¿Qué nos dieron? Aquí está Sam.
Hello, Scott. EOS has been a lesson
Buena,
in
Héctor.
contrast. Alec
Buenas tardes,
Ryder
amiguito.
rarely endured doubt.
Aquí
His
estoy,
accomplishments
explorando un
were
poquito la
taken for
Tempest.
granted, but you succeeded on EOS despite doubt and fear. Emotionally, the difference is like catching a ball versus catching a star. You have grown as a result, and so have I.
Sam, any more information on the memory trigger we found?
The memory blocks are still in place. If you continue searching for more triggers,
Ya,
they
perfecto.
may unlock.
Explicación de Sam. Creo que lo... Desconectar. Sí, creo que hable
Thanks,
con
Sam.
ella.
Nothing more.
Plano armadura explorador de espacio profundo. Ya. ¿Y acá qué tenemos? Sketch.
Quit what? Don't give the Pathfinder too much trouble. Oh,
Ruchan.
Rushan.
Who are you talking to?
Kesh, Nexus Superintendent, thinks she can boss me around just because she's my granddaughter.
Well, welcome to the Tempest. Trouble's what we do.
Ha! I like the way you think, kid.
Someone somewhere shivered when I said that.
Probably Tan. Damn politicians.
Is that all you brought?
You travel lean when supplies are tight and you're on your own.
Leaving the Nexus can't have been an easy choice.
It was, actually. Staying became impossible. After the mutiny happened, it was either buckle under Tan's rules or start our own colony. Easy choice. Bad consequences all around.
Not all Krogan left.
Está
Your
con cierta
granddaughter stayed.
tripulación. Bien, acuérdate de
Good thing
comprar los
she
desintegradores
did.
realistas
Without
cuando
my
los veas.
Rushan,
Sí,
you wouldn't have had
compré
much
los
of
que
a
estaban
station
acá.
to tie your ship to. As for me, I'm way more useful out here. Lots to shoot at, for one.
Your people come first.
Keeping Kesh and our colony safe will always be my top priority. That's why I'm happy to tag along, help make this galaxy a little more hospitable.
Muy bien.
Can't argue with that.
Ryder, you meet Spender yet? Colonial
Spender.
Affairs, the ass in Assistant
Sí, es
Director.
que ahora estoy usando un micrófono.
Got no idea why Addison keeps him around.
Un micrófono.
Spender lied to the Krogan during the uprising, and he's
Inalámbrico.
headed out for Kesh ever since.
Entonces, como hago bicicleta
He's
mientras,
up to
ya esta es la
something.
mejor
I
opción.
just can't prove
Lo que no
it.
sé
We should pay him a
es
visit
cuánta
on the
batería le queda.
Nexus.
Entonces tuve que desconectar la cámara y conectar como el repetidor.
What's it like to have Kesh as a
Así que
granddaughter?
vamos a ver cómo funciona esta.
Kesh is my Rushan,
esta modalidad.
child of my blood. Raised her
Ya
myself.
después hoy día dejo cargando bien las
Damn
cositas y
proud of her too.
voy a poner
She
en
did
la cámara
good,
también.
even with me for a granddad.
She's honest. Definitely blunt.
She had to take after me in some ways, I guess.
Did Lexi brief you on SAM and squad connectivity yet?
Yeah, you want to hook that thing up to my comms, sure, but that's where it stops. Putting an AI in your head, giving it access to everything like that, it's begging for trouble.
Why do you say that?
I've seen what bots can do when they turn on their creators. Been in some of those fights. There's a reason that kind of research was outlawed.
Yeah. I was dismissed from the Alliance when news of what my dad was researching got out.
No shit. Ruined the writer name, I'll bet.
Almost. I'm not thrilled about it myself, but it is what it is.
Just make sure it can't unshackle itself. There'll be hell to pay if that happens.
I'd like to know more about you.
Fire away.
How did you and Vetra meet?
Huh, that's right. Your father brought you into the project pretty late, didn't he? Must have been a pretty steep learning curve since they thawed you out.
You could say that.
You make do with what you get. Anyway, I met Vetra back when we were building the Nexus. She swiped supplies I was trying to get for Kesh right under my nose.
Toma.
I tried to intimidate her into turning them over to me, and let me tell you, that Turian takes shit from no one.
She really has a way of getting things done.
She sure does. But here's the best part. She waited until I saw her again in Kesh's office, no less, to tell me she'd been working for Kesh all along. They're both still laughing at me over that.
Tell me more about the Krogan colony.
My clan's
habitación en la
there.
que
We
estás,
also
hay una
got some
enfermedad que podrá
scouts
reiniciar.
looking
Ah,
for any unclaimed
buena.
territory to grab up. Got a decent setup
Sí, voy a
going,
acumular más niveles.
self-sustainable, the works. Even some farming.
Farming? Krogan farm?
Food's food. Just because we can eat anything doesn't mean we gotta settle for scraps. I'm pretty fond of Corcrow roots myself. Takes a while to chew through those.
So, about all this combat experience you have, I'd love some details.
Ha! The list will be shorter if you ask me what experience I don't have. I've been doing this for a long time now. Centuries. Shit, well over 1,000 years.
Más de 1000
Don't
años.
even know how I'm still alive, to be honest.
Skill?
Más de 1000 años.
It ain't luck to be a merc. Skill, sure, but a whole lot of luck. And a really hard head.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a piejack scratch its butt?
Anything about the Ket, or combat in general?
Well, common cat are pretty straightforward. Hit them hard enough, they die like anything else.
Why did the Krogan leave the Nexus?
The Nexus got us Krogan to stop the mutiny. In return, we were supposed to get a say in station business. Spender, Addison's assistant, lied about the deal, and Tan came down hard. Too hard. So we left. Kesh is alone on that station now.
You think someone might try to hurt Cash?
Ah, more like she airlocks Spender. Or he tries to stab her in the back, and then she airlocks him. Tan wouldn't listen to me when I told him Spender had a part in the mutiny. I had no proof.
So what's my part in this?
Things need to get sorted out, and my clan needs to get back on station without Spender messing things up.
Spender es un...
Way I see it, you're
Italiano
probably
parece.
the best one for that job.
Gracias por tus conocimientos, Drac.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Sure.
Hey, one last thing.
Yeah?
Is everyone a kid to you?
Ha, when you get to be my age, yeah,
Todo acá.
pretty much.
Busca Spender. Estás acá al lado. Esta es la enfermería. No, estos son los baños. Camarote. Aquí. Debe ser. Ahí está
You're not
Lexi.
Harry.
The blue give it away? Habitat 7 was a little more action-packed than Harry bargained for. He decided to spend his retirement years on the Hyperion looking after your sister.
You know Sarah's the good one.
I think you're both trouble. Hold still.
Ow!
Sorry.
I remember you
Tiene
having a
algo raro
gentle
la
touch.
Lexi, sí.
Still trying to get my bearings. Thought I'd be waking up colonists, not taking care of the Pathfinder.
I couldn't be in better hands.
I just stabbed you.
We all have off days.
I always hoped to work in the field, but everything's happening so quickly.
Focus on the positive. It helps.
I guess this is my opportunity to study alien species firsthand. Getting a Ket specimen aboard the Hyperion would be difficult, but here,
What?
a Ket corpse. For autopsy, a live subject would be better, but I'm not greedy.
Why do you care about the cat?
Harry didn't tell you? I'm a specialist in alien anatomy. My thesis on Krogan virility and aggression is what got me in the initiative.
¡Ey!
I had no idea. I'd love to hear more. Over dinner, maybe?
Oh.
¡No!
Thing is, Ryder, you're not
No!
my type.
What's your type?
Not a patient. I need to be able to look at you clinically without distractions.
Nos acaba
Am I
de...
distracting?
Not nearly as much as you think you are. But we were discussing the Ket. An autopsy could teach us potential weaknesses, average lifespan.
Bueno, lo intentamos.
Right.
Just something to think about. Sam, make sure the Pathfinder eats his vegetables.
Intentamos. Buena onda con la Lexi. No me pescó, sí. No lo voy a olvidar. Entonces una de estas máquinas es para reiniciar. Punto. Necesitamos un anciano de cientos de años más joven. Puede hacer esto. Lo haré de todas formas porque sé que es verdad. Mantén a tu Raider a salvo. Yo haré lo propio.
So we have a stowaway.
You mean PB?
She's decided to set up in one of the escape pods. You don't need a psychologist to tell you that one's got commitment issues.
No necesitas. Ya. Veamos.
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient confidentiality. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files and my brain by species.
How do you think the human crew members are handling things?
There's a lot of them.
Son caleta.
Gil?
Gil likes to use humor as a defensive technique. He'd rather bury himself in the Nomad than tackle emotions head-on.
Suvi okay?
She's remarkably adaptive. I'm kind of jealous.
Toma. La subida. También puede ser una
Suvi
opción.
okay?
She's remarkably adaptive. I'm kind of jealous.
How's Liam?
A handful. Every time I patch him up, he breaks something new. Liam's we can't lose attitude is commendable. But I worry how he'll react when something does go wrong.
Verdad.
How's Cora doing?
She's processing. Your father was her mentor. She expected to follow in his footsteps, but he gave the role of Pathfinder to you. Just because she trusts his judgment doesn't mean she's not confused. Or hurt.
I'd like to check in on the non-human crew.
Ask away.
Tell me about Vetra.
Vetra's used to having
Poco
someone
inclusivo el juego,
depend
¿ah?
on her.
Separa entre humanos
I
y no
think that's
humanos
why
nomás.
she's so resourceful and likes providing for other people. That being said, I think she could use a little me time.
How's our Solarian?
He's quite the gossip. Tight-lipped about himself, though.
Is Drac good?
That old bastard's always good. I've never met anyone who can be so stubborn and so appreciative. Could you look out for him, Ryder?
Don't worry, Lexi. I'll keep an eye on him.
Thank you. And
Mentira que
maybe
anda.
don't mention I asked.
Quizás Lexi tiene ganas
Is
de
PB all right?
Drac.
She's avoiding me. Probably thinks I'll poke her with a needle if she gets too close.
To be fair, you're always giving me shots.
Not in the hallway.
Thanks for the insight. I need to talk to you about something private.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
When Dad died, he blocked off parts of Sam's memory, things he didn't want me to
¿Por qué
see.
será?
Or he
Está
thought
buscando.
you weren't ready for.
Maybe. I found this trigger. It unlocked a memory fragment of Dad on the Citadel, from when the Alliance rejected his ideas about AI, and he found out Mom's illness was terminal.
Why do you think your father chose this specific memory?
Who knows? Dad's always been one for secrets.
But he's sharing them with you now. That's something.
How long have you and Harry been friends?
I remember when he didn't complain about arthritis. We met at a medical convention on the Citadel. He was moderating a panel on neurosurgery in low-gravity environments. His name card was crooked, but he was so damn confident, I knew we'd be friends.
How did you get into medicine?
My mum was a dancer on Omega.
Bailarina.
Dad was a bouncer. I'd patch him up after busy nights. Discovered I had steady hands. They put every credit they earned into my education.
Are they here in Helios?
No. Both died in a turf war. Made leaving the Milky Way behind easier.
So how did a sorry doctor end up on the human ark?
Specialist in alien anatomy, remember? That includes humans. Also, Harry insisted. Maybe he always intended to switch jobs.
Oh,
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be
Vuelve a
here
lo
if you
tuyo.
need me.
me rechazaste. Aquí dice estación de reconfiguración. Perfecto. Es entonces para el tema de los poderes. Ya, ahí. Ahí también fuimos. Ahí tenemos la habitación del pionero. Vamos a ver a PB. PB dijo que era algo de la cápsula de salvamento. Aquí ya fuimos a estos dos lugares. ¿Qué hay acá? Aquí debería estar Calo y...
Where's my data pad? Oh, how'd you get under there?
Suvi, were you talking to your notebook?
Oh,
al lado de
I
los
was,
mandos.
wasn't
Ah,
I?
perfecto.
I do that sometimes.
Vamos a mirar con Pibi porque creo que ella puede ser mi opción de romance. Oh,
Scans
Zoe
of the
también.
scourge. All that dark energy twisting and turning on itself. It's splendid.
I suppose it is a rather darkly beautiful phenomenon.
Darkly beautiful. I like that. Helios is incredible, isn't it? Not just constructs like the Scourge and the Remnant Vaults. Just all of it. So alien. A constant reminder of the divine intelligence behind all creation.
You mean a god?
A god?
Yes, I believe in a higher power. I know it's a little odd, but I am a scientist because science brings me closer to something greater than myself.
Oh, no sé si hay un poder superior, la verdad.
There's something about coming face to face with something wondrous that makes you want to believe.
Wow. It's wonderful to meet someone who understands. I've had to justify myself so often. As if having faith in the divine invalidated my work as a scientist. As if this sacred could be diminished by the search for truth.
I wasn't questioning your abilities. You never have to justify yourself to me.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that, truly. Now I should probably update the rest of the team with my latest reports. We'll talk later. Anything I can help with?
When did you start believing in a god?
My parents were both scientists. My home was ruled by rationality. So when I became a teenager, let's just say that while other kids found Batarian music, I found God.
But your work as a scientist...
Convinced me even more, especially when I got into molecular biology, physics. The patterns I kept seeing over and over again, they were like an artist's watermarks. God, to me, is an artist. An inventor, not someone checking to see if I brush my teeth.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
Glad you stopped by. You'll pardon me if I keep an eye on our vector?
That's probably smart.
Nothing like being on the bridge of your very own ship, is there?
I could stand here and drink in that view all day.
When I was test piloting the ship back home, I often did. Of course, it took a whole team to build the Tempest. I was the only one to come to Helios, though.
Why did you?
What can I say? We poured our hearts into a ship that wouldn't realize her potential until Andromeda. I could have stood on the shore and waved goodbye, or took the leap to see how it all turned out.
I get it. Like leaving a good story half-finished.
The team liked that one of us was going. It felt right, after all we went through. I remember Serena debugging line 2281 over and over, chewing that green pencil. Tion and O'Connell arguing equations, tapping on the console, 3 drips of coffee on the corner.
You remember all that?
Oh, yes. Solarians have photographic memories, and apparently mine's unusually sharp. Like my past is still happening. Though I suppose with the Solarian arc missing, you might not get many chances to compare.
Did you hear anything about the Ark back on the Nexus?
Not a peep. Isn't that strange? You'd think there'd be something. Not that I dislike your company, but it's lonely without other Solarians.
Cheer up, Callow. We'll always have Director Tan.
That snide little bureaucrat? All the more reason to find the others. I should get back to it, but thank you. I was afraid the Tempest would be mothballed after we lost your father. We built her for this. She deserves to be in a Pathfinder's hands. Please, come by any time.
You're setting up in here, huh?
Yeah, I'm going through what we got out of that vault. If I can crack this data storage box, it'll help with a personal project back on the Nexus. This is a nice, out-of-the-way place where I can tinker, and I can sleep anywhere. It's not exactly homey, but I like that about it. Not really looking for a home. Oh, but I will help you find everyone a home. While I'm with you, at least.
Does your brain ever take a breath?
Sorry, not really. Even my dreams are in time-lapse. I get it. You want to know who's on your ship, so you're here to figure out what makes me tick, right?
Something like that? Sure.
Well, I was born in a log cabin on rural Haitiana to simple but loving parents, just trying to... I look forward, not back, writer. Why snooze through my life story? Get to know me out in the field while we're uncovering the mysteries of this galaxy. That's why I'm here. Got tired of yawning back home.
Tackling complete strangers in the Milky Way wasn't doing it for you?
I think tackling you anywhere would be fun. Did I say that out loud? Life won't be boring with you around. I may never yawn again.
Maybe you just needed more sleep.
We were out for 600 years. A special someone made the trip with me, and she woke up a different person. I've slept enough. Ryder, the Milky Way was so... been there, done that. Even if I hadn't done it, someone had. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I live for the unknown. For the never been done.
Well, congratulate yourself. No one has ever so successfully dodged my attempts to get to know them.
Yes! I'm #1! Buy me a drink sometime. Who knows what will spill out of my mouth. Then again... I need remnant scrap. Remtech, I call it. For projects like the one I mentioned. Which you're gonna love, by the by. Promise to bring me what you scrounge, and I'll submit to all your questions.
Remtech, huh? You got it.
You again. Want to hear more about my childhood log cabin?
You really won't tell me what you're working on.
That's right. Next question.
What was it like for you on the Nexus?
Well, I wasn't supposed to be woken up yet. A resourceful accomplice finagled my early thaw. So I kind of lived off the grid. Snuck around, bullshitted my way onto excursions off station. After I found my first remnant ruin, I started, borrowing shuttles. After that, I didn't spend much time on the Nexus. I even missed most of the revolt.
What does someone have to do to get you to flirt with them?
Not much at all. But I get a little extra jolt when I'm matched wink for wink. So just be yourself and the flirts will flow.
You mentioned you came to Andromeda with someone?
Nothing gets by you. Guess that's why you're the Pathfinder. Just a friend. The one who woke me up early. But now she's not even that. It's better to venture into the unknown without restraints or entanglements, don't you think?
A certain independence might be helpful. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't want anything holding me back.
So how do you like the team?
Interesting bunch. I get a good feeling from Vetra. Not your typical military-minded Turian. Liam seems a lively one. I expect he'll surprise me. Drek is, well, old. Wonder if he can still learn new tricks.
What about...
Gil smacks of complication. Might take some unraveling. Callow and Suvi seem busy. I hope they aren't all work, work, work. Who's left?
Well, there's...
Oh, right, Cora. What's her deal? Is she as prim and proper as she comes across?
Oh, is it my turn to talk?
Ha! Sorry. Yeah, I should work on my motor.
You might find that people reveal themselves more freely if you give them a chance. Cora included.
Really good advice.
There's also Lexi, our doctor. She's an Asari.
Oh, I'll get around to her. All in all, seems like a decent bunch.
What drew you to the Remnant?
Are you kidding? It's evidence of a sophisticated species no one knows anything about. It doesn't get more intriguing than that. There's so much to discover. I want to be the first to figure them out. And the tech, it's on a different scale. If we can appropriate it, who knows what advances we'll make.
You're off the hook, PB. Good luck with your project.
Thanks. Don't be a stranger.
Familiar territory.
The Nexus has been here for months. Still not enough time to survey it all. I'm picking up something. Probes launched. I found something. Anomaly detected. Probes launched. Getting a scan. Anomaly detected. Deploying probe. Detecting what's left of a ship.
Pathfinder, is it true? We're settling Eos. We've thought that before.
But EOS is different now, right? Pathfinder.
All right, settle down. Give him space. Lieutenant Syax, Kendros' aide. They all wanted to see you. Real hope again. It's been a while.
Relax, Lieutenant. If there was ever a day to pop some champagne.
Certainly. The initiative's finally back on track.
Professor Herrick, right?
What you achieved with that remnant vault is unprecedented, Pathfinder. Impossible. But with new scientific talent waking up, we'll unravel those mysteries. The whole Nexus will benefit.
We've taken some hard knocks, but this proves we'll always get up again.
Always.
Well, what are you waiting for? There's a new world out there.
Thank you, Ryder.
The use of firearms on the Nexus is against initiative regulations.
Watch your tone. You saw what happened to the Krogan.
But we need this equipment.
Well, you're not getting it. Stop making frivolous requests.
It's not a frivolous request. Properly functioning air filters are at...
Frivolous. You'll just have to make do.
We can't fix the station breathing bad air.
Your incompetence isn't my problem. Just do your job.
What do you want?
Sounds like you're having a rough day.
You saw that, huh? Oh, I'm sorry I snapped at you. The way Spender treats me? Everyone, I'm so angry. I don't understand how he's in any position of authority.
I haven't heard much good about that guy.
Whatever you've heard, it's not half as bad as the reality. Just last week, he tried to redirect some of the supplies we need to keep the stasis pods going.
Why?
I have no idea. But if Kesh hadn't stepped in and threatened to airlock him, it would have been a disaster. He's always like that. Making bad decisions, driving the Krogan away, treating people like scum when no one's watching.
Maybe there's something I can do?
A man like that's bound to have some dirt. I wish Tan and Addison could see it. Things have gotten so bad that Kesh had to literally kick him out of engineering.
How literal are we talking here?
Boot to ass. Oh, it was glorious. We need him gone, but as incompetent as Spender is at his job, he's insanely good at keeping it. Kesh can tell you more.
The use of firearms on the Nexus is against initiative regulations.